What's going on? It's your boy Practical Absolutes here. And today's video, from a hitman dressing up as a nurse to kill a hospital patient in northern Mexico to a nationwide blackout in Pakistan, from the developments that you see after the US Capitol scandal in 2021, there's a lot that we can talk about. But first I want to get into the three best technological stocks, in my opinion, to buy in 2021. The technological sector stands out as being one of the best starting points for investors who are seeking for life-changing returns. In addition to many companies in the space of having highly scalable business models, technology also plays a decisive role in shaping nearly every other business sector. The first stock that I want to get into with you guys is InspireMD, ticker symbol NSPR. At the end of the third quarter in 2020, a total of 4 of the hedge funds tracked by Insider Monkey were bullish on that particular stock, with a change of 33% from the second quarter in 2020. By comparison, 1 hedge funds held shares or bullish call options in NSPR a year ago. With the start monkey's sentiment swirling, there exists a select group of noteworthy hedge fund managers who are upping their holdings meaningfully in this specific stock. Right now it's valued at 53 cents. I purchased it in when it's at 48 cents at X amount of shares, and I personally believe it's going to blow. Another up-and-coming company that is a premium electric vehicle maker known as NIO, ticker symbol NIO, has been one of the hottest companies on Wall Street in 2020. The NIO stock came into the year around $4, and in late November, it soared way above $55. Personally, in my opinion, if you do not have it purchased around the $44, $45 mark, I would just wait on this. I wouldn't go ahead and investing at it when it's at high of 55 because it's going to fluctuate some more. The last company that I want you guys to look into is Bionanogenomics, ticker symbol BNGO. And despite the company offering 29 million shares at a discount of $3.05 a share, and the company being valued at around $5 right now, the company did lose a lot of points when it came to it doing the price offering at a discount. Despite this, I feel like this company is going to be an excellent company for major growth in the future, as it is a penny stock and it has many of the things that it requires. It has proprietary information, it has patents on its information in R&D, and all of its research and development has been doing a lot of buzz in 2020. And I believe it's only going to go up in the next year. Roughly around January 9th, 2021, around 11:45 p.m., Pakistan has been hit with what appears to be a nationwide blackout, leaving up to 200 million people without power. Long lines were reported at gas stations, and people rushed to buy petrol for backup generators at home. Electricity has been restored in some areas, as previously noted. However, over 80% of the country is without power. And if Saturday's blackout is confirmed to have been nationwide, it would have been one of the biggest in the world. In other news, a fugitive who survived a shooting in northern Mexico earlier this month has been executed by a gunman/hitman disguised as a nurse. The killer managed to flee and no arrests have been immediately made. The attack happened early Tuesday morning, and it was an unidentified man dressed up as a nurse who evaded security forces and entered the IMSS hospital in Juarez City near El Paso alongside the U.S. border. Nearly 35,000 homicides have been recorded in Mexico so far this year, making it one of the most violent years on record. That was for 2020, just to let you guys know. The figures are slightly down from last year in 2019, which was around 35,614 homicides. But 2021 is going to be even worse, if you ask me. And as many of you know, there was a major event in the Capitol this past month where huge groups of riot and protesters stormed the Capitol. Federal authorities on Sunday arrested 2 men for their alleged roles in the U.S. Capitol Riot, according to a release. 2 law enforcement officials told CNN earlier that a Eric G. Munchell was seen on January 6th in photos and videos that depicted him inside of the U.S. Capitol wearing paramilitary gear and carrying plastic restraints, an item in a holster on his right hip, and a cell phone mounted on his chest with the camera facing outward, ostensibly to record the events of that day. All of that information was later confirmed by officials in a release. Authorities also arrested a Larry Rendell Brock of Texas. He was identified as one of the individuals who unlawfully entered the Capitol wearing a green helmet, green tactical vest with patches, a black and camel jacket, and beige pants, holding a white flex cuff, which is used by law enforcement to restrain in or detain subjects according to the release. My question is, how did any of this happen? Like, this is just BS, man. Like, BS at its finest. So much theatrics, it makes me laugh, and it also wants to make me cry. Just this past week, the FDA and the CDC offered an immediate press release on the topic of the updates for this new coming pandemic. And most recently, Japan says that it found a new coronavirus variant which is similar to the UK strain, which was also a variant of the original coronavirus. Japan's National Institute of Infectious Diseases said that authorities have found a new strain, a whole new one, not the one in UK, another one. The new variant has many similarities in strains found to the one in UK and in South Africa. The information about the new variant is limited to its genetic makeup, and it's difficult to immediately determine how infectious the strain is or the effectiveness of the current vaccines against it. So of course you know what that means. We're going to need a vaccine for every fucking strain. Yep, sounds about right. Stab me up. Go ahead. I concur. I insist. I support. Yep. This world is a comedy for those who think and a tragedy for those who feel. And with the new variant of coronavirus, the pandemic pretty much starts all over again, with many countries rolling in new lockdowns and curfews. Of course, one of the main countries to start it, no other than the UK, is Canada. That man Trudeau. You know, we haven't really been hearing a lot about Iran, huh? Ever since the start of the year, I know there was increased air traffic between the U.S. military all up in the Middle Eastern airspace, keeping an eye on Iran. But there hasn't been any developments with Iran, and if you ask me, they're primed to attack us this year. There's going to be a attack or a terror attack that is aided by or supported by the terror groups supported by Iran or Iran themselves. In which case, that would start a World War III, which I don't want because I have so many brothers and sisters who are going to be shipped out should that happen. With all this being said, I hope you all have a nice and blessed day. Even though I don't like saying that word blessed because if you separate it, it's like be less. But hey, I didn't create English. We should be asking who did and why. That's another video. This is Practical Absolutes. Thanks for watching.
Marking new safe zone. Let's go.